What's up, guys? We are back, and it is the 13th episode of the Men's Club podcast. We're super excited to be back with you. I hope you enjoyed the two-parter. I hope we didn't lose too many subscribers. But with all that said, we'll just jump right in. I'm TJ.
I'm Jordan.
You just not going to say anything?
All right, then.
Okay.
And I'm Pops.
And this is the Men's Club podcast, episode 13. So, I mean, we're just going to hop right into this. We had a couple heavy episodes, so we're just gonna
keep it light.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it a little light here.
Keeping with the theme though, with coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hop into it a little bit. We're gonna try to lighten it up. We did have 2 heavier episodes. Maybe get a little stuff off our chest. I'm sure we'll have some more of that as this continues. I think we're into month number 5.
It's 7.
Something like. I mean, it's
the month I took off. That was February, so it started in January.
8. It is August,
okay,
so
you know I've lost all concept of time.
Yeah,
all this has happened.
We're in month 8 of 3. If you guys will remember, it was supposed to be 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
We're on month number 8. But I mean, it is what it is. We can't change. You know what's going on in the world. We can try.
It's like government overreach and taxes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the same thing.
Just saying, you're repeating yourself.
Yeah.
But
there it is again.
But what we're going to do is we're going to discuss tonight about some things you can do while you are stuck at home during the pandemic. These are just some fun ideals, some different stuff. I don't know how many of these we'll read tonight, but
come up with some of our own probably.
Yeah, probably we'll riff off of those. But number 1. Complete a puzzle. More pieces. Well,
number 2.
Let me finish. Complete a puzzle. The more pieces, the better. Feeling extra saucy? Feeling saucy?
Saucy? Oh man, spaghetti puzzle.
By the way, this comes from USA Today. Take on a Rubik's Cube. I thought it said take apart a Rubik's Cube. That's how I always solved them.
I got me a screwdriver and a putty knife and
just started frying.
Says more of a word person. Crossword puzzles.
All right, so here's my thing with that. You giggle like a little schoolgirl, and I actually so you know the jigsaw puzzles in the customer lounge.
Oh yeah.
Every time I would go close down the customer lounge,
I would solve like a piece of one.
I would solve like a corner of one.
Just come back, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that I have anything against puzzles, but if I'm bored enough that is the first thing I'm doing, like man, I gotta get home, I gotta do this puzzle. Shoot me. I have run out of things to do.
I'd rather eat glass and drink Tabasco sauce than pick up a puzzle.
If I'm in there doing a puzzle,
cram my eyes full of glass.
If I say I'm in there doing a puzzle, check, because I'm liable to be at a typewriter just like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
I mean, come on. The puzzle was wonderful back before we had stuff. You know, before we had like
the internet.
Oh, screw that. Puzzle was wonderful before we had cards.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Cable TV, even with 2 channels. That's 2 channels of not having to do a puzzle anymore.
I mean, YouTube, shout out.
Yeah.
What up, subscribe? Here. Yeah. Number 2, and the most important thing, subscribe to Men's Club Podcast.
Okay. Number 2.
Okay.
Start a journal or a blog.
Nope.
Sure, it can be about the coronavirus, but it could also be about a specific interest from chess to cheese. I got one. Start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what we did during the coronavirus.
From chess to cheese. So that is a very small, limited option. You have from CH to CH. It's a very narrow gap they decided to pull with.
CHE
to CHE.
And then they did it not alphabetically.
Yeah, they did it back from cheese to chess, and you're still.
Oh Lord. But no, like we started a YouTube channel during this whole pandemic ordeal.
We did. That's
That was
where
the
we started
thing.
that.
Yeah.
No. We were bored, actually.
Coming to you multi-platform as soon as we get the subscriber base for it.
Yeah, we've got to have a few more subscribers before we can start sinking that kind of time into this.
Number 3. We need those things like number 3.
Oh yeah, like
No, we need some ring girls.
yeah. Well, I was about to say, get us some ring girls with a scorecard.
Yeah.
No, I'm against the ring girls.
What is
Mama might watch.
Oh,
We'll get some ring. We'll get some ring boys.
wow. That's suddenly worse.
Hey, let it go. Let it go. Number 3. If it won't bother your neighbors,
Are you part of Pizzagate?
dust off.
No. No. Ring legal adults that have signed a consenting contract.
Number 3. If it won't bother your neighbors, dust off that old instrument and practice.
Bring out them bagpipes in your suburb and hook them up to an amp.
No, that just reminds me. Have you ever seen the meme where it's these dudes are having band practice, and it's like, hey man, can Ivan come? Yeah, sure. What instrument does he play? The gun, and it's some dude just sitting there like this right here.
I think I'll break out that. What's the one in Australia?
The didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Let me get my woo woo Zayla.
Oh, here we go. Number 4. This one, I'm pretty sure this one would have to involve some type of alcohol.
So this just turned into us roasting USA Today, is what
Pretty
this
much.
episode
Yeah,
is.
pretty much. This one would involve some type of alcohol.
I mean, pretty much all the pandemic does.
Number 4.
Like ethyl alcohol.
No. Text all your exes just in case you have one more thing you want to get off your chest. So pick a fight with your ex.
Can I describe how bad of an idea that is?
No,
'Cause we are married and he is engaged.
text all your exes, but send something ominous like you might want to go to the doctor. I've got some news.
Text your exes, just be like, I'm outside the door.
By order of the health department.
I'm legally required to tell you. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Number 5.
Do it, it'll be funny.
I don't know who wrote these, but number 5.
Someone at USA Today.
Write poetry. Perhaps you can craft a haiku for Mother's Day or something without a specific structure. Just try it.
Coronavirus.
I will tell you what.
Coronavirus. Miley Cyrus. Epstein Island. Conspiracy. Child pornography.
Dates on a jet.
I will tell you what. You've said yours. Now here's mine.
Okay.
You ever find me in a field writing poetry? You go ahead and cap me.
Just sitting out staring at the trees, just like, trees. A cool breeze. Somebody please end me.
Number 6. Watch all the really long movies you've avoided until now.
Godfather, seen it. Godfather Part 2, seen it. Godfather Part 3, apparently it's awful, so I won't see it.
No, it's not actually bad.
Not that bad?
You just gotta get past the middle.
Okay.
I've never watched any of them.
The first two are amazing. Actually,
Yeah.
do take that advice.
Yeah.
Also, watch Zodiac if you haven't yet. It's really good.
So we just shouting out Netflix movies now? Because I'll tell you, I have been watching a lot of Netflix movies.
Oh, Green Room,
The-
also amazing movie.
Have you seen what happened to Monday yet?
Mm-mm.
It's weird, but it's great. Okay, so China happened to the world. You can only have one kid now, and these are whatever the word for 7 twins is. Septuplets.
So they're like mad illegal.
Like super illegal, but they've trained themselves all their lives that each of them's only going to go out on a certain day, and that's what corresponds to their names.
Oh, so they're rotating. So they're the same person.
They're the same person.
That's dope.
But they're all playing the same character, but they're all different people when they get home.
In that vein, if you like weird stuff,
Some movie critics now.
Have you?
go on that vein. If you like weird stuff, go back and watch all of the black and white Twilight Zones. Watch what is it called? Soylent Green, the Soylent Green movie.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Soylent Green, and also Space Odyssey, 2001: Space Odyssey. Watch that.
Listen, just flip on Boomerang, watch Tom and Jerry, all day.
No, you can't put Boomerang on no more because it's the PC bullcrap version. You got to go to Boomerang Classic online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But just download all the Tom and Jerry cartoons. You'll have a good time watching a cat and a mouse beat each other up.
Yeah, I mean, you will.
Yeah.
I can watch a cat and a mouse beat each other up all day.
That's facts. That's some of that mind-numbing.
On a movie note,
Yeah.
I saw today Disney Plus has set the date for Mandalorian 2,
Oh yeah, what?
September.
Dope.
Nice.
We're all excited for that.
Number-
still haven't finished the first season.
7. Number 7.
Number 7.
Download Duolingo or a similar app and test and teach yourself a foreign language.
I'm glad I didn't interject because I thought that was going down a different path. And I was like, you ain't got to download that.
Okay.
Chief. We're in the streaming era.
Okay, so here is my Duolingo story. Because I decided to download Duolingo.
Hey, same.
During the COVID. Downloaded it. Learned a little bit of the language from the Deutschland. And then haven't touched it since.
I taught myself how to say you want to drink some wine in Russian, and that's all I've done. That's the only
No.
phrase I know in Russian.
I know one phrase in German at this point, and it's not a good phrase.
It's not something we can talk about.
Next one. Now, I'm kind of confused here because I call this a whole different thing. Meditate. Try lying down with your eyes closed, palms up, and while focusing on your breath, or spend 20 minutes sitting cross-legged and repeating a soothing word to yourself in your head. That first, I call that nap.
I was about to say, that sounds like
Here's the thing.
go home and get stoned with extra steps.
Here's the thing. We used to do a little yoga. And that was always the last one's called the corpse pose, and it's exactly what they're
Just lay on
describing.
your back.
You just lay on your back, and there was a lot of time there were 4 people asleep in the floor.
Honestly, I call that going to sleep.
We'd all just get up and go to bed.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Treat yourself to a 10-step skincare routine you don't have time for during normal work week.
That sounds a whole lot like check yourself into a 12-step program. You need it, and you need Jesus.
I'm telling you, who is the freaking author of this?
Whoever you are, you need new hobbies.
10-step skincare routine.
I wouldn't put my name on this garbage either if I was you.
It's probably at the end. You got to get through the whole thing.
We won't never know then, because I doubt I get through this.
Next step.
Number 11. Look at pictures of puppies.
Again, thought that was going down a different path.
I have got too many dogs. I don't need no more pictures of puppies.
I do share mad animal memes on my personal Facebook, though, like for real.
Well, I mean, memes are different. This is just look at the puppy in the field.
buy a puppy calendar. No.
I got 2 of those. I don't need no more pictures of puppies.
Next.
I think he's trying to decipher it. They've written this one in a different language.
Let me read it. I know you don't good with syllables.
No, that ain't the problem. I'm just trying to figure out what is the purpose of this. Put together the most attractive collage board possible, but you can only use food you already have in your fridge and cupboard.
So, like, bread.
What?
That's what I'm trying. I'm like, okay.
Do you? Okay. So
You gotta take artsy picture of that box of saltine.
all I am imagining.
Post that on Instagram.
I don't know why this came to mind. Some dude, hammer, nail, egg, board.
Just nailing his, got some bananas, nail them up.
Yeah, coming back with some 3M clear coat, just going all over it.
Next.
This is stupid. You didn't proof this, did you?
No, we just going straight into it.
Going live.
Yeah, we're live with
Wow.
it. Write actual letters to family and friends. After that,
Nope.
write thank you notes to service people who you remember went out of their way for you.
No, so
Okay.
if
Okay,
y'all
number 1, they ain't but like 17 people in the world still know how to write a letter.
if y'all need me, shoot me that text.
Yeah.
Because I talk to the same 5 people, and y'all already know what I think about you. So, like,
All right. So here's the thing. Numero uno, letters. Like you said, we have better technology. Throw it down. Go get it.
I'll be RB.
Number 2, these thank you notes. Yeah, they'll appreciate it. You know what they'd appreciate more? A $5 Give him a tip. Quit being stingy.
I ain't giving nobody $5. TJ need his own $5.
I gave the barber $5 a day.
Hey, patrons, send me $5.
We ain't no patrons. We ain't even got a Patreon.
Subscribers, send me $5. I got Cash App. I'll leave my link in the description.
Venmo, got it all.
Yeah, if nobody knew.
PayPal.
Got that Google Pay.
TJ lives in a van down by the river.
I'll take Amazon gift cards. You can send me a loaf of bread.
I'd prefer Xbox gift cards if you don't care.
Actually, don't send me a loaf of bread. I can't have it. But you send me like kale.
Next one.
Find me eating kale, you go ahead and cat me too.
Learn calligraphy.
Nope.
YouTube can help with this.
Nope.
See, you can't weigh in on this.
I
You
can't bag
know
on this
calligraphy.
one. I know calligraphy, so I can't bag on this one.
If I'm trying, first of all, this goes back to writing letters. And if I'm going to write a letter and it takes me 15 minutes to write the first letter in that letter, I'm done writing a letter. You're just going to get like an L. Just a really pretty L in an envelope with a wax seal on it.
No, that's what it is. You're right. Take this, and then you make the L real pretty, and then you send it to whoever.
Send it to everybody.
Finally, next one. Finally read the rules to those long and intense board games you never played with the family. Encourage family to play. Okay, number one. You know this well.
Yeah.
When we bought a board game when y'all was young, we'd open the board game up. If the rule book was this thick, we were making up new rules. We had house rules because we were not about to sit there and read that.
Yo, we got house rules for like we got house rules on side bets around here. We ain't even got time to follow the official structure for all that.
So wait, what was the over under? We don't do that here. What are you talking about?
I mean, our Monopoly games, we got loan sharks, we got mob controlled streets.
I'm about to say, yo, on the real, you don't want to play Monopoly with the squad because we hurt your feelings. We got some subscribers that know all about it. Because we hustle. I'll make deals for stuff that ain't even real. Like, I'll wash your car if you give me $500.
Next one. This Monopoly money is worth labor to me.
Yeah.
Next one. Put on a soap opera. Mute the sound. Create your own dialogue.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Okay, now we don't do it with soap operas, but we're bad to do it with movies. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll do it
Well, I mean,
with
that's
movies
the
all
thing.
time.
On the real, though-
go back up to the top there. You're watching these really long movies, and you've got halfway through this movie, and it sucks. Mute that sound. Make crap up.
No,
Who cares?
straight though. I remember we all, like the whole squad, like wives, everybody was there. We were watching How to Get Away with Murder, and I remember the conversation about how we all have guilty pleasure, like Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns. Sick at Grandma's, dude. I got into it.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. I stayed with my grandmother all the time,
Yeah.
so she was all about it. Which Mom was, too.
Don't go reading through your grandma's bathroom books, though. That,
I don't even
Them-
want to.
them-
I don't want to know. You
them
just- you
$2
stop.
them $2 dollar store romance novels that every old lady has.
Yeah, you can cut that one off there.
Have a space in your home where all of the Tupperware goes. Organize it and actually match lids to containers.
Nope, we got a lid drawer, we got a bucket drawer.
You doggone right. And it's potluck.
That's right.
If you pull it out and it's the same size and shape, that's the lid for
I'm about to
that
say,
bowl.
if it fits, it's on there. It don't matter if it's got the same label on it.
No.
If it'll close, that's what you're using today.
I mean,
And guess what? If you
I
can't
put-
find it, put tinfoil on it.
That's right.
I put butter bowl lids on top of Tupperware before.
That's right.
Can't find you tinfoil? Go get some packing tape.
Next one. Try on all of your clothes and determine whether they spark joy.
I ain't doing all that spark joy.
I don't think clothes have ever sparked joy
I'm
for
just to
me.
say, I don't think I've ever sat there and put on a T-shirt and go, I have found joy.
I lie.
I have found
I
joy.
lie.
If I'm sparking joy, I would literally be running around naked, no clothes, this pair of Crocs, and I would just be strapped with like pistols.
You are not going to spark joy in anyone other than yourself. If you do that,
Like literally, I
will.
will have like a banana hammock that's made out of like ammunition from the 1700s.
I have a Baby Yoda T-shirt, and that makes me happy.
Okay, I do have a Baby Yoda T-shirt and a Baby Yoda hoodie, and they both do spark a little joy. I won't lie. That's facts. That's facts. My mama has stolen my hoodie though. It made me angry.
Have a roommate meeting.
No.
Of course, number one, you gotta have roommates.
I got a cat. We meet all the time. And it's usually when we're trying to throw them hands.
Listen to this. Have a roommate meeting about how to be more considerate of one other, especially while you will likely be spending more time together.
No.
Okay, wait.
Okay, number
Here's
one,
the thing.
that meeting would be like, if you don't shut up, you're gonna catch these hands.
I'm about to say, that meeting is literal. We're trying to run this because we'll run this.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Have a roommate meeting. Everybody get in the same room. Move the table. Say, all right, we're skipping all these steps. I'm about to run that fade.
Mr. Throw Hands, weigh in. Why are you
Okay.
so shy tonight? Okay.
Mute. Watch the films that won Oscars for Best Picture.
Negative.
No.
Those are the worst movies.
That's the worst ones to watch. Most time they got a foreign title and they got subtitles, and I don't watch movies to read.
If Roger Ebert likes it, I ain't finna watch it.
Watch films that won Independent Spirit Awards. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, now I will watch those because those are like indie movies where they were made with like $35 on like a GoPro camera.
No, here's the problem with that, though. Those movies look like they were made with $35 with a
That's
GoPro
the best
camera.
part of it.
All right. Where do I get to? Oh, yeah. Watch films that critics say should have won those aforementioned awards.
No.
How about watching movies I say ought to won the awards?
Yeah. If I want to sit down and watch Sky High for 42 hours straight,
Facts.
I'm going to sit down and watch Sky High for
Facts.
42 hours straight.
Facts.
I'm not-
Underrated movie.
I'm not going to sit down and watch some movie because somebody tells me to.
This is an old thing.
Get geriatric and eat all the tapioca pudding and die in your recliner.
Will, as in force your will upon someone.
Okay.
Okay.
Will Tom Hanks into recovery from coronavirus by watching every Tom Hanks movie chronologically.
Isn't he involved with that poem I said earlier?
Yeah. What I'm saying, this is old. Will Tom Hanks to leave little kids alone.
Watch every Tom Hanks movie, and judging by his attitude, see if you can figure out which ones were shot right after he had been to Epstein Island.
Hey, yo, on the real, this was definitely written by one of the people that buy into all this, so I'm going to speak it into existence. Hollywood!
Oh, you yelling, and that's going to be bad for me.
Quit diddling, kids.
Kids.
I've spoketh it. Moon goddess, bring it so.
Next one. Try out at-home aerobics or yoga video. Consider downloading a fitness app with workout playlist.
Hey, I got all the Tybo VHS already. A whole lot. All of them. Every color, every episode, I got
What's his
them.
name? Billy
Banks.
Billy Banks.
Billy Banks.
Every
Because
one.
that's what that was. That was his money-making scheme.
Yes, it was. I've also got the Chuck Norris Total Gym.
And you've not done anything.
I have. When I was like 12, I used to work out on that thing.
I'm talking
hard.
about since the coronavirus.
Oh, no, and I have not. No, it's dusty.
That's like people watching this. Be honest with yourself.
Are you eating Cheetos right now?
No.
If you watching this with Cheeto dust on your fingertips, you ain't finna download Tybo.
If you have a piece of exercise equipment, possibly in your bedroom, how many coat hangers are hanging on it right now?
Hey, I was about to say, that's the thing with my Chuck Norris Total Gym. It ain't the new one. It's like the Chuck Norris Total Gym 2000. It's the old Total Gym. All the lining on the bottom's been ripped off.
Next one. Look at yourself in the mirror. Attempt a self-portrait with pencil
Nope.
and paper.
I ain't finna do it.
I can do that right here, and it'll take 3 seconds. It's
First
going to be
of-
a circle, 2 dots, and a half smiley, half red.
First of all, I'm ugly. Second of all, I can't draw. And third of all, I don't think I own a mirror.
What, the Crack Shack not got a mirror?
Crack Shack don't got a mirror.
Next one.
We don't like
Coloring
look at
books.
ourselves when we're sinning.
Coloring books. They're not just for kids. Yes, they are.
Okay, I will say, if you are one of our female viewers and you have anxiety, those adult Fabergé egg color books do help. I don't use them, but I know females in my life that do, and they help.
Take time to reflect. What have you accomplished in the last year? What goals are you setting for yourself in the next year? To get out of this freaking pandemic.
Hey, now I'll take that back. If somebody were to send me a Hot Wheels coloring book, I will straight up do Bob Ross like color along. For real. Like if you're watching and you want to be seeing like a 10-minute Bob Ross color along with TJ, send me a Hot Wheels coloring book and we'll get it on. Straight.
Hot Wheels coloring book in specific.
Yeah, I only want Hot Wheels. If you can't find Hot Wheels, I ain't doing it.
Clear out the family room and camp indoors with all blankets, popcorn, and scary movies.
Why though?
Why not just go camp in the backyard?
Yeah, like
And then watch. And then
they said you can't leave your property.
I'm gonna say go out in the woods, camp, and then like ring an axe murderer. Pay a homeless person to chase you around for 3 hours.
Next one. Finally get around to fixing those broken doorknobs and loose tile or cleaning scuffs up on the wall.
I gotta
Redo a deck.
Okay.
I got a doorknob. Just talking about broken doorknobs. I got a doorknob in my bathroom. The outside doorknob's fine. The inside doorknob has come out of the hole, but it's on like a T, so you can push it back in the hole and twist it. So if you slam it hard enough, it'll go flying off in the bathroom, and it is a scavenger hunt to find it so you can get back out of the bathroom.
I had a friend. I'm not naming that friend.
It's like a security system.
He had.
Hoping the burglar has to take a leak.
Yeah.
Okay, he had 7 doors in his apartment.
Okay. They were all broke.
4 of those doors had flat-headed screwdrivers sticking through them.
If it works, it works.
But I mean, I've never in my life seen anybody. I'm like, how do you lock it? He said, what's the purpose? I can see through the hole. I said, okay, good point. But anyway, yeah.
How do you lock it? You take the flathead out.
How you lock it? Why, you trying to come in on me? That sounds like a you problem.
On a personal note, while I was in my captivity for the 40 days that I was here, or stuck in
Stranded
my
in
house,
the desert.
while I was stranded in the desert in the wilderness, I actually did all this, and like I said,
He still
I
ain't
was
done,
on
so don't
for-
fall
No,
in the trap.
I got all that stuff done. I did all that in like 2 weeks.
Don't fall in the trap.
Now I'm doing other stuff that's been added to me since I went back to work. Next one, acquire a foam roller and treat yourself to some physical therapy.
Nope.
No.
Hey, next one, because this is the route we're going down. Find you an Amish community. Join that community. Learn how to build a barn by hand. Build that barn by hand. Learn how to make bread by hand. Make that bread by hand. And quit reading articles from USA Today. You can't have the internet in those communities.
The Amish. They save you from the internet.
Yeah, you can weigh in any time. Just I'm trying to figure out something.
Hey,
here.
look, hey, all right, randomizer. Give it a scroll. Put your finger down and read it.
No, we're not doing that either.
It's that bad, ain't it?
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
Indoor scavenger hunt. I could see that one. I could see that, especially if you got small children.
I mean, that's what I was about to say. If you got small children, that's probably a good idea. You're slamming the table.
Well, here's the thing. This is parenting 101. Parent tip. Parent secret tip.
Buy the foot book.
No, do not.
Buy 2 copies of the book.
You want to get some break? You want to get a break? You want to maybe even possibly take a nap?
Ketamine.
You've got small kids. Lock all the doors so they can't get out. Tell them you've hidden something inside the house, but not really hidden
Hey,
anything.
in that same vein, I saw a post today. YMMB for our subscribers from the Latino community. But if you are not from any of those communities, put a movie on in Spanish. And when your kids ask why they don't understand it, tell them they're tired, they need to take a nap. And then when they wake up, put the same movie on in English. Be like, see, I told you. And you will never have a problem. So the post says. If you have a bilingual family, pick a different language.
Yeah. Russian or something. Who cares?
Next one. Write a play starring your loved ones. Perform it via video call out.
No. We literally do that every week, basically.
Go
This
viral.
is not a play. We're crazy.
Go viral in a good way by making a quarantine-themed TikTok.
Give everyone coronavirus.
There's no way that's a good way.
no.
No, it's
If,
not.
if you've ever been on TikTok, that's not a good way.
Welcome to Chinese spying, by the way.
Rearrange your sock drawer.
I ain't even got enough socks.
No, here's my thing. Socks come out of dryer. Socks go in my hands. Socks go in drawer. There's no folding. There's no nothing. Why would I do that?
Oh, here's one. Finally list all the museums, sporting events, and concerts you want to visit when they finally reopen. They're never reopening.
Yeah, you're stuck. That's a terrible idea.
They're never reopening ever again.
Yeah, welcome to your life now. Hope you're glad that you submitted to government overreach.
Next one. Rearrange your furniture to make it seem like your home is a totally different space. Okay, side note on this one. Do not rearrange your furniture. If you're like me, you walk around in the dark.
Oh, man.
If you rearrange your furniture, that means you're going to stub your toe on something because it's not where it's supposed to be.
And then you're going to burn the house down.
Hey, yo, I pulled up a list, 100 lists of COVID from Vice. Vice News. Number 1, try to grow an avocado.
Go ahead.
I'm skipping 2 and 3. Number 4, and this was going to make everybody in the podcast laugh. Research volunteer opportunities in your city and mark down some ones you want to do.
I thought we were in lockdown. How you going to volunteer?
Man.
Number 5, take the time to learn something that's not essential in life, like juggling. 3 balls, minimum. It words it exactly like that. I swear to God.
Are these? Yes, they are. This is Vice News. They're smoking drugs.
They are.
Why would I want to learn juggling?
Why would you not want to learn juggling?
I've tried to learn juggling off and on for like 10 years now. I can't quite figure it out.
If I'm going to juggle something, I want it to be like chainsaws or guns.
I know somebody actually did this one. Learn a new style of dance via YouTube from belly dancing to break dancing.
Hey, I'll learn how to belly dance.
Please, please, dear Lord, no.
We hit 200 subscribers. I'll put up this progress video.
No.
No.
Choose 10
I don't want
photos that
200
represent
subscribers.
2019 for you and put them on a USB stick. As soon as the situation improves, take them to a print shop. No, I can't, because all those photos ain't okay to go to a print shop. Learn a poem by heart.
There's like 45 trillion haikus out of Japan that I could learn by heart now.
Hey, this one is actually way better than his letter bull crap. You far away from your loved ones, send them an email.
You far away from your loved ones, send them a package.
Call your grandmother. Call your mother. Call all your relatives. No. I don't even like most of my relatives.
Here you go. Watch the Star Wars movies in this and only this order.
It's the revised order, isn't it?
Rogue One, 4, 5, 2, 3, Solo, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's the revised order. Basically,
Wait a minute.
what this order does is it basically makes Star Wars one big movie about Luke's era, but it gives you flashbacks into Darth Vader's life, and that's why they omit Episode 1, because it's not relevant to anything. But
Okay, I was about to ask that.
watch all the Star Wars movies, starting with Episode 4.
Garbage.
Starting with Episode 4, 5, 6, then watch Episode 1. Yeah, then watch Episode 1 7 times, because it's got Darth Maul in it.
Why did we have to explain the magic with biology? Why was that a thing we thought we needed
It's
to do?
midichlorians, man. It's the life force.
That's what I'm telling you. That's my point here. Why do the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? The midichlorian does not have to be the powerhouse of the force.
All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal on why Jordan's wrong. Two facts. Two facts.
Jordan, you are wrong,
Two
sir.
facts.
So.
These are two
Apparently I can't
certifiable.
have opinions.
These are two certifiable facts on why Episode 1 is the best Star Wars movie ever made, and anyone who
Whoa.
says so is wrong.
Whoa.
All right, I got him. Number 1.
Whoa.
Number 1.
Whoa.
Number 1.
Whoa.
Number 1. Darth Maul. Number 2. Liam Neeson. I rest my case.
You can't.
You can't base the entire thing off of an actor.
Qui-Gon Jinn, as played by Liam Neeson. I rest my case.
You can't base the entire thing off 2 characters.
Jar
either.
Jar Binks. That's 3 characters. That's a joke. What's your favorite? Let's list that and throw in the comments, because this is just a fun podcast. What's your favorite Star Wars movie, honestly? And put in the comments, because I know we've got Star Wars fans.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire? Why Empire and not Return?
Empire was more along the, I guess, the pivotal point. It was indeed at that time.
It was a cliffhanger.
It was the medium that the whole series needed. Of course, you know, we went back and redone and put the prequels and the sequels and all that stuff in there. But and also the fact is, I feel like it was more of a darker.
Because you were around for Empire to like actually.
I saw them all.
Yeah.
I saw them all at the theater.
Yeah.
No. How many times did you see?
New Hope?
Well, that's the thing I was about to say. How many times did you see A New Hope, not Star Wars A New Hope?
Yeah, back when it was just A New Hope. I've got the VHS.
Well, I saw New Hope in the theater 4 times.
Yeah.
And in my lifetime now, I've probably seen it 20 or 30.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was the beginning.
That was a movie to watch.
Well, I mean in that time we didn't really have American rock time. We didn't really.
Well, and this is going to be an awesome thing. Like, seriously, we need like a lot of commenter interaction because I know a lot of you are old enough to fit in the same group, so the answers are going to be different.
Well, the thing is, at that in the 70s when that came out, there wasn't a lot of big screen science fiction type movies.
Yeah.
And the way that the movie was shot, I mean, it was basically a Western.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean,
it's like Mandalorian is now, and that's why I think a lot of people love it so much.
I mean, but it was a Western in some form or fashion, but it just took place in space. But the thing was, it was so far, even as cheesy now compared to the graphics that we have and the special effects. It was still, you sat there and you watched it and you thought, that looks real.
How do they do this?
Well, you know, that's me getting off my nerd side, because the reason it plays like a Western is that George Lucas actually based it off of a dime store spaghetti Western.
Well, I was about to say, this was literally during the time when the movie to watch was the spaghetti Western, right?
Yeah. And then the way that they shot, especially in New Hope, it was so far beyond its time.
Well, that's the thing. Everything, you know, and I'm ripping this off from all the history of watching all the videos, the history of Star Wars. Everything that went into that movie was developed for that movie.
Yeah.
Things that went on to be the standard in movie production.
Yeah.
Things that went to be the standard for special effects and all this different stuff. It was thought of, created, and implemented for that movie.
Well, that movie to this day, even though it does look dated, especially if you get a hold of one of the crappy versions that have the implemented CGI after the fact, but if you'll watch like one of the OG runs, that movie proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that practical effects will always beat out digital effects, which is why, did you know, Mandalorian is almost entirely practical effects.
Here's a fun fact for you.
Except for the things that just can't be.
Yeah. You want to talk about practical effects? They were running low on stormtroopers.
Oh, yeah?
For the Mandalorian.
They brought in the 501st, didn't they?
They issued a call out on Facebook and said, hey, we need some stormtroopers. Can any of our friends from the 501st come out?
So for those of y'all that don't know, just a little history on this, there's a group of people in the Star Wars fan universe called the 501st Legion. And what they do, all they do, and they do charity work and like stuff for kids.
Involving the 501st, they do all this crazy stuff. They're a great group, to be honest.
But they're a group, the 501st Legion in specific, there are offshoots now for everything, but the 501st in specific said, we're going to take stormtroopers of all kinds, TIE fighter pilots, everything, and be more movie accurate than the official licensed purchasable like movie props that you can buy.
Yeah, and they did.
And they did.
There's
actually, if you want to join the 501st, there is a list of rules you have to follow. That's like 40 or 50 rules about how your suit has to be made.
Okay, well, since we've morphed it into this.
But there is a tangent.
Well,
so yours is A New Hope. What's yours?
No. His was Empire.
Oh, Empire. Sorry, yours is Empire.
Yeah, we were just talking about how pivotal A New Hope was. Well, I mean, I definitely love the practical effects and the pivotal point of movies that A New Hope was. If I have to say which one I have the most memories with, it's actually episode 3.
Yeah.
But which one's my favorite after going back? Of course, I was indoctrinated into it because you're one of the biggest fans in the world. Return was probably my favorite.
Return is dope. Return is what started my love for the green lightsaber.
Well, you know, here's the thing. And you know, don't get me wrong.
That's where my love for Boba.
I love Netflix. I love Hulu. I love Disney Plus. I love being able to stream stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's the reason why after you and your brother was born, every Star Wars movie that came out after that,
Yeah.
we went to the theater to watch, because you can't you can't truly appreciate a Star Wars movie without it being on the big screen.
That's fact.
But not just the video and the audio side of it, but the fact is that the people around
It's the
you
experience.
feeling the energy.
It's almost like sitting in a stadium.
Yeah, I mean, because you know something's fixing to happen. You know that. I mean, because I can remember watching Return of the Jedi and seeing. I hope everybody that's on this podcast or watching this has seen these movies, because I'm fixing to give some spoilers. And if you haven't seen them,
Well, this movie in
shame
particular
on
is
you.
like 30 years old,
Yeah,
so
shame on you completely. But well, there's people that hasn't watched it. When you see Luke walking up to Jabba the Hutt's
chills.
compound, and you see the black robe, you see the ominous Jedi-like figure.
You're like, what's going on?
And you know who this is.
Yeah.
I mean, you know in your head before you've ever seen it. And I remember sitting in the theater, and because that's the first time we really get to see Luke as a Jedi.
Yeah.
Is that shot? And I remember sitting in the theater watching that, and when he comes through the door and he pulls his hood off, people cheering and clapping, because that was the first time we was really revealed the fact that Luke had become a full-fledged Jedi.
Well, and that was the thing too, and it's what makes me so mad with Episode 8. We saw Luke do something that in the lore up to that point was unheard of. We saw a Jedi using Sith powers because he force chokes people.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing with it. They never. There was such an opportunity with 7, 8, and 9 that they could have really revealed some of the outside lore. It's all canon.
I feel like that's still coming.
Yeah.
I do. I don't think it'll be different producers, it'll be different directors.
Well, they're looking at retconning 7, 8, and 9.
And so I mean, there's going to be some more stuff come. Like I told you, we've talked about so many times. There is a certain aspect of the lore, and if you know the lore, and I know we're getting Star Wars nerdy on you right here towards the end.
Too bad.
But
it's who we are.
and it's the part. It's the side of Star Wars that I love the most because of who they are, and that's the Grey Jedi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's something that I would love to see brought into the big screen, or even on the Disney Plus or something, just to have a chance to really see how they can explore that figure.
The Mandalorian is looking to expand the Grey Jedi, are they not?
Well, I don't know, because it's kind of they don't. It's if they are, they keep it under wraps.
Well, that's where the Mandalorian is showing such a good picture of what the Mandalorians are, because it's not just Boba Fett. It's this whole race of people that have this warrior code that's not this black and white moral ground, but yet at the same time, like, they have ethics, like they have
I mean,
honor
you
system.
look at it through cinematic, written. Your best heroes, the most memorable heroes, are always the hero that's
he's dirty.
good or bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you
what I was
think
gonna say.
about
Is he's the anti-hero.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
you think
Han
about
Solo.
it,
He was straight up just a bad guy,
well,
basically.
I mean, you look, John Wick. Just throwing out some more names. John Wick, Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Punisher. I
Mhm.
mean, all these people were. I mean, these are some of the most iconic figures in movie history, and they weren't the white hat
Batman.
cowboy. Batman.
Good God, Batman. Yes.
They weren't the white hat cowboy.
Especially new Batman.
Yes.
Because you can go back to some of the 60s Batman.
No,
and
that's
be
not
like,
Batman.
Yeah, and be like, well, he's just a good guy. New Batman is so dark and grungy.
Well, new Batman it's been admitted he's just as bad as the people he's fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I think that the reason why you can relate to those characters so well, and why those characters come so iconic, is the fact is that very thing that you can sit there and watch that and think, I could do that.
Yeah, I would do that
if I had billions of dollars and a butler. I could do that.
Now you do have some
That
characters.
wasn't the SAS.
Yeah.
You do have some characters like your Captain America that are like that solid picture of just upstanding citizen, but they're always contrasted with a character like this, right? Like Superman.
Iron Man.
Superman is nowhere without Batman, right? Like if you didn't have that duo,
Well,
Superman wouldn't be anything.
Captain America is nothing without Iron Man.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, and that's the big thing is, I am Iron Man.
I
That's
am
the
Iron
guy
Man.
you've got to have opposite of Steve Rogers.
Well, literally,
Right.
the first Iron Man movie, Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man movie, we had that pivotal moment of, I'm tired of this being a warmonger. I've seen some things. It has changed my heart. I want to prevent this, but at the same time, I'm doing it my way.
Well,
Yeah.
And nobody's going to take me away from me.
well, you know, and here's the thing, and you've seen it. I'm hitting the table too, ain't I?
No.
Sorry, viewers. You've seen it, a meme that's been going around. I've seen it more in the last 2 or 3 days than I have any time. That, you know, it says there's coming a day when good men are going to do bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the anti-hero is.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good people. They've got good, you know, there's something about them that's good, but at the same time, they still have to do bad stuff.
Well, let's take it real life in a different direction. Doc Holliday.
Well, yeah.
I mean, well, and that's the thing. Most of your notorious bad guys were actually,
Just outlaws.
no, I mean, they were good guys doing bad things to help other good people.
Well, here's the thing. Most of your outlaws, they didn't look at themselves as what they were doing was bad. They thought they were doing something to prevent something or to rebel against something. Or
Yeah.
to
Well,
help
look at who they
someone.
always did. I mean, there's all these stories of Jesse James going out robbing on banks, doing all this crazy stuff, but, you know, he's never stuck up some guy, you know, on the side of the road that just didn't have a pot to piss in. You know, most of the time they'd be like, here's some money, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's the thing with it. That the classic Robin Hood.
Yeah.
And to this
Another
day,
good anti-hero.
Yeah.
to this day, one of my favorite stories is the Robin Hood story.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's the Russell Crowe version, if it's the Disney version.
Dude, that's the best version
It's
ever.
so good.
Hey,
That is
Robin
the best
Hood
version ever.
What is it? Robin Hood Men in Tights, Carrie Ewells.
No.
I wouldn't put that one in there.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite. It's so funny.
But that character arc,
Yeah.
seeing this good person, generally good person,
Yeah.
have to do bad things to make the world a better place.
Mhm.
I think that to some aspect or to some degree, everyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that being said, switching gears a little bit, your favorite anti-hero?
Oh,
That's hard.
that is.
Ain't for me.
I also haven't finished the Star Wars one. My favorite, so my most memorable Star Wars, because you said memorable, is Episode 3 and Episode 9 equally. Episode 3, because I saw it with my grandparents. We saw it late, so we were the only ones in the theater. That was awesome. And then Episode 9, because we all saw it together. And
Yeah.
me and Maddie, like, freaking out with our blankies, you know. But that said, I'm going to get flack for this. My favorite Star Wars movie is honestly Episode 1. I know it has flaws. I know it is by no means...
So many
I-
glaring flaws.
I know it is by no
Yeah,
means the best, but it is my favorite.
Here's the thing on Episode 1, and we'll get back to my question in a minute. Episode 1 takes so much trash talk from the Star Wars community, from people outside the Star Wars community. But here's the thing, and I believe it's without a shadow of a doubt. We had to have Episode 1.
Yeah, we did.
We had to have it, and we had to have it the way that it was presented, because as garbage as it was,
Uh-huh.
it answered so many questions.
It
Yeah.
did.
I mean, it may
What
not
was the
have
deal with the Jedi? What was
Yeah.
the deal with, you know...
I mean, and it gave us something to look forward to on down the line.
It also gave me one of my favorite arguing points about the Star Wars in its entirety.
Mhm.
Were the Jedi's the good guys?
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, politically, like, we see this political villain with Palpatine, right?
No.
Becoming the Emperor later on. But if you were in that group of people that it benefited, what did they do? They ended all conflict in the galaxy completely.
Well, I'm not even talking about on the empirical side of it, but just all of their own laws that the Jedi were breaking.
Oh yeah, no, and not even that they were breaking, but just the stupid laws they had that tied their hands, right?
Yeah.
Like, we aren't going to get involved with politics, but we're going to act as political agents.
Yeah.
We don't subscribe to falling in love and being married, but yet we're going to do things on our own ambition because we feel like it's the right thing
Yeah.
to do. Like, there's so many double standards,
Which is why
and they're sitting
Getting
on their
back to
high
it.
horse.
I love the Grey Jedi so much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They're the balance.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's like I said, I know it's not the best by any means objectively, but it is my favorite for so many reasons. None the least of which is nostalgia. It's just something about that movie as a kid watching it. Even going back now, when I watch it and go, "That's horribly bad," I still just love it.
So,
But anti-heroes,
anti-heroes, favorite one.
and again, comments hit it. Like, this is us. You wanted us.
We're
Let's
just
go.
Chatting at this point. Anti-heroes. Oh, Lord.
I know what Seniors is. You ain't even got a comment. It's John Wick.
What do you have yours?
Mhm.
Do you know what you got? Go with it.
Jigsaw.
Okay.
John Kramer.
I can see how Kramer's an anti-hero of sorts.
Mhm.
Because he is trying to right the world but he's just doing it in all the wrong ways.
He's
Right.
trying to show people the error of their ways, make them appreciate their lives,
Mhm.
and also take these corrupt people. Not even it started out like people that's just hurting their own lives, but it developed into people that are hurting other people's lives and making them make that choice and make that sacrifice. Were his methods cruel and wrong? 100%. But in my opinion, still an anti-hero.
See, I have got a split on this because I've got two that I can't decide between. Punisher, John Castle,
Punisher's a good one.
because just watching that movie. How young was I when I first watched that movie?
I don't know.
Way too young.
You're too young to be watching that movie. I know that.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But that movie sealed
I'll tell you how young we were to watch that movie because you're the same age as me. When we watched that movie, we rented the DVD, and the DVD came with a Saw 1 preview disc. The Punisher DVD did.
Oh yeah.
That's how old that movie is.
But watching that one, that sealed a lot of things, especially my love for the 1911, especially with big old compensators and steel and black. The other one is Spawn.
Spawn's cool.
Spawn's a good one.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Deadpool because I know how much you love Deadpool.
I love Deadpool, but as far as actual favorite anti-hero, it's either the Punisher or Spawn. Spawn because, he thought he was a good guy, wasn't really a good guy.
Doing the devil's work.
Went to hell, came back, did the devil's work for a little while, then said, I'm doing this my way,
Yeah.
and switched it up on the devil.
And he doesn't get any
man.
love. He doesn't
So
get any love
this
either.
made me think of another one I ain't thought about. Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah.
I've actually got a runner-up for me because another one that you don't think of as an anti-hero, really good anti-hero, and he also doesn't get a lot of love. RoboCop.
This is true. Well, for that matter, you can throw in Judge Dredd too. For that.
Judge
Yeah.
Dredd, yeah.
Well, I mean, they were both they were enforcers.
Yeah.
They were told, this is the law, this is what you've got to do.
But my favorite thing about RoboCop is he was programmed to do that, right? And then
Yeah.
because of the electrical jolt and everything and just his own personality overriding it, he's like, this may be the law, but this ain't right.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all went with the people that y'all went with because of the guns, the attitude, all that stuff.
Well, Jigsaw, a little different.
Well, I'm
little.
saying though, but mine, Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow's a great
Jack
one.
Sparrow.
I love
great
Jack
one.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
If I would have been alive during the reign and the heyday of piracy,
Oh,
Yeah.
facts.
I would have been a Jack
Facts.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
And another
Well,
thing
I
on
mean,
Jack Sparrow,
And throwing that with that, that's the reason why I like Deadpool so much because the fact is even Jack Sparrow in his search and quest to be the greatest
biggest pirate
ever,
in the world, yeah.
he had an outlook and a view on life that was hysterical, and Deadpool the same way.
But yeah, he also had morals. One of my favorite lines is from the third movie. People aren't cargo, mate.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's the thing, and that's relative to what a lot of people don't realize why Jack Sparrow was a pirate in the first place.
Yeah, he used to be
He was-
an Indian trade company guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was a runner,
Yeah.
He was a runner for the Indian Trade Company, and they loaded him down with slaves.
and he let them all go.
He let him go. That's why he got branded a pirate.
Yeah, that's why he got turned into a pirate.
And that's even the Indian company guy says, I left my mark on him, and he left his mark on me,
Yeah.
because it's implied that there was like a big scuff to
Yeah,
get him out.
he was sent to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good series of movies, and it's another Disney.
Aren't they
one.
making more?
No.
No.
No, I mean not as far as
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. I don't think there would be any more that they're going to make because I think Johnny's kind of done like Robert Downey did and said,
I'm done with it.
I've done this
I've run this
character as much as I can.
And that's a good thing with Jack Sparrow too, is he's the Han Solo character if Han Solo had stayed Han Solo, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just the smuggler. Talking about anti-heroes, another one a lot of people doesn't think of. Sherlock Holmes. He was literally a drug addict.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't really.
But-
he didn't do things.
That's the thing, though. Sherlock Holmes is kind of in a different vein than an anti-hero because he wasn't a hero at all.
He's more of a free
He
agent,
was,
I guess.
He was a very neutral party. All he wanted to do was solve.
He
his
wanted truth.
puzzle.
Yeah, solve
He
the
wanted
cases,
truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all he. That's all he.
Yeah,
ever searched.
that's
And
true.
that,
That's fair.
His drug addiction came from him searching for that truth.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. He was actually experimental. Was the
Yeah.
reason that it even started with his drug addiction, which.
Well, and also
By the
clinically
way-
depressed because of his intellect.
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't watched Elementary, watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really delves into that side.
It's Sherlock Holmes in the new age. He's got a sober companion. He's just gotten out of rehab, and it's him, and in this one, Watson is a woman.
Yeah.
It's Joan Watson, and they're solving crimes.
If you haven't watched
It's
the
great.
Downey Jr. movies,
oh man,
as well.
that's
Alright.
so good, so good.
How much time we got left?
A little bit.
No, it's 6 minutes.
All-time favorite movie.
Movie period.
Oh god.
Movie, period.
I actually have.
Your go-to movie, the movie that if it's on, no matter what you're doing, you're going to watch it.
I actually have it, and
I do too.
It's completely off the wall. It's one of precious few movies I had to seek out to buy. It's one of Senior's favorite movies. He's the reason I love it, and we will both cry every time we watch it. Serendipity with John Cusack. I love that movie.
Red Dawn,
Which one?
the original.
Swayze?
Don't come at me with that crap. The new one's good, but it is no 84 Red Dawn.
Okay, I have two because here's the problem. They are legitly, and you can ask your mama, they are
They're
legitly tied. Shawshank Redemption,
That's a good
Okay, yeah.
Field of Dreams.
Oh,
I don't think I've
man.
ever seen that movie.
You've never seen Field of Dreams? Oh, it's if you build it, they will. Oh, it's so good.
Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner.
Which Kevin Costner, he's just
Yeah, but I have. That's one of those movies that, you know, TBS will sometimes show movies back to back to back to back all over. I've literally watched 3 runnings of that movie
Back to back.
back to back to back.
My favorite Kevin Costner movie? Waterworld.
No,
I love that movie.
Waterworld's okay.
Have you seen Draft Day?
Now Draft Day is a wonderful movie.
Okay, here's the thing with it. It's another one of Kevin Costner's sports movies.
Yeah,
but
he does a
it
lot of
is
those.
not
Wait,
a sports
Wait,
movie.
what's your favorite movie? Silence of the Lamb. Okay.
I thought I was going to say Mean Girls.
But it is not a sports movie.
Yeah.
It handles the politics of sports, which there are many.
Okay.
And you have got to watch it. It is so good.
All right, favorite underrated movie or series, because I have mine.
Or series?
Yeah, like movie series, like a trilogy or like a chain of movies, but it has to be underrated. It has to be something that flies
You know
under
who
people's
we
radar.
didn't mention in the anti-hero talk that was huge in my developing life? Blade.
Yeah, Blade is definitely an anti-hero. I love Blade.
Yeah, Blade's what started everything for Marvel.
Yeah,
Underrated.
Wow.
like
movies.
underrated, like stuff that not everybody's just going to jump to. Like that's my favorite.
You know what? I'll actually give you this one. I'm not going to say it's my favorite underrated movie because I'd really have to sit down and look
Think
at
about
all
it.
of it. Yeah. But an extremely good underrated movie is Stitches.
Stitches.
Stitches is a B horror movie.
Oh, is it that clown movie?
It is the clown movie. It's not Terrifier. It's Stitches.
Yeah, Terrifier is the other one. It's like a demon, isn't it?
Well, he's another clown, but I never could make it through Terrifier.
Yeah.
Not because it was scary or anything, just because it was boring.
Yeah.
But Stitches, on the other hand, it is incredible. It's about this clown that goes after this kid because he was killed at his birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And it is definitely a B horror movie. It is produced on $3 and a hope.
Yeah.
But it is so good.
I got you one.
All right, what's yours?
Now, some of you in the comments are going to know this one. I don't know if these two will know it or not. Charlie Sheen, The Wraith.
I love that movie.
I've never seen The Wraith.
You got to watch The Wraith.
It's such a good movie.
But now, it's cheesy.
It took me so. You know how long I've been trying to remember the name of that movie? Because I know what movie you're talking about. He dies. He comes back. There's a car.
Yes.
I love that movie.
That's one of those movies that it's cheesy. Most of the acting's awful in it, but the
Imagine
movie itself
Knight
is
Rider
good.
meets The Crow.
Okay. Oh, that's
Crow.
another good
I know.
anti-hero.
Yeah, that's
God, there's a bunch of them when you actually start thinking
My
about it.
favorite underrated movie series of all time, hands down, Mad Max.
I don't even know if
Can't really
that's
call
underrated.
that. You can't call that underrated.
It
though.
is now. It absolutely is now. People people might like the Tom Hardy one, but you ask like how you like
No,
Mad
I'm
Max?
talking about the
I'm talking about Mel
Beyond
Gibson, Mad
Thunderdome,
Max,
all that
yes.
stuff. I mean, those things like they raked in like billions. of
Oh,
dollars.
absolutely. They were A-list back in the day, but it's kind of like RoboCop. Nobody even talks about him anymore. And they really should, because it's just so good. And that's my other favorite part about Mad Max, including the Tom Hardy one, with the exception of the tornado and the big waterfall place. All the car stuff, practical effects. They blew up every one of those cars. They hung that guy from that thing with the guitar.
Here's one for you. I know you've seen it. I don't know that you've seen it. Highwaymen. It is about the marshals that are chasing Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, that's a Netflix movie.
It's a Netflix movie. And it had been out for a year before I even found it on Netflix.
My mom's favorite comedy and a really good underrated movie, Man of the House.
That's a good movie.
Tommy Lee Jones. With the cheerleaders. He's a marshal.
That made me want to be a marshal.
All right.
This is my happy face.
All right. Well, we're droning on about movies, and we have reached our time limit.
Yeah, have to cut this one off. I hope you enjoyed the movie swap over. Like, that may happen more because we're movie guys.
But hit like, subscribe, share the video. We still have a lot of stuff coming. The Coof has killed all of our endeavors so far, so we're still working on it.
We're getting close to the 100 subscriber giveaway. We're 31 away?
31, yeah.
So keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe, keep sharing. Share it with people.
Yep. If all 69 of you shared this video, we would probably be, if not to 100, halfway to 100 by the time 14 comes out.
I could say close to it.
Yeah.
But with that, I've been Jordan.
It's been TJ.
Are we going to talk about this?
No.
He's just being quiet tonight. I don't know.
And I'm Pops. Cha-ching, ching, pow.